Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jeremy here at Extreme Weather Tracker, updating your tropical weather at 5:39 p.m. on July the 11th, 2011. A couple of things we want to talk about here in the tropical Atlantic today. The first being an area of disturbed weather located just to the east of Central America. The second, a tropical wave approaching the Lesser Antilles Islands. Now, I'll show you the National Hurricane Center's graphical tropical weather outlook, and at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, they were showing this area here at near 0% of development, and that is due to the interaction with land. And then they're showing the area of disturbed weather or the tropical wave approaching the Lesser Antilles at 10%. Now I'll show you a close-up view. This is a close-up view of the Caribbean. As you can see, there's quite a bit of blow-up of convection associated with the tropical wave here, but the center of this wave is located very close to the coastline of Nicaragua and Honduras, so interaction with land should keep this from developing further as this moves off to the west-northwest at a slow pace over the next several days. We may have to watch for some development over here in the eastern Pacific if some of this moisture gets drawn into the monsoon trough. But you can see the outflow is fairly well defined on the satellite imagery, and the shear is very low in this area of the world. So if this had more time over water, we possibly could get something going. But as its proximity to land is going to hinder any development at this time. Now also you can see on the satellite imagery the tropical wave that I mentioned located to the east of the Lesser Antilles, and this is also moving to the west-northwest and should enter the eastern Caribbean over the next couple of days, and then into the western part of the Caribbean in 3 to 5 days. And we'll see if we can get some development out of this as it moves on off into an area of more favored for development over here in the southwest Caribbean. The models are not jumping on this at this time, so I'm not too excited about anything coming out of this. But again, anytime you have a tropical wave lifting out of the ITCZ and into the Caribbean, where the area is favored for development, we'll have to definitely keep an eye on something coming up down the road. Also, you can see from this image here, you can see that another tropical wave is currently about to exit the coast of Africa, and actually the GFS has been jumping on this the last few model runs and trying to develop something out of it over here in the central Atlantic. So we'll have to see over the next few days what happens to that, as the Cape Verde season is definitely around the corner, and this area of the world will become more favored for development over the next coming weeks. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But meanwhile, the area of disturbed weather here located in the southwestern Caribbean and one here just approaching the eastern Caribbean will be the two areas to have to watch over the next few days. As I said, this area here should move on into Central America and possibly into the eastern Pacific over the next few days. So I'm not too excited about this at all. In this area here, like I said, as it moves on off to the west-northwest, we possibly could get something, but until we get some more model support and some factors indicating some better development, we'll have to wait and see what happens. One last thing I want to talk about is this front that's draped across central United States, and as this slowly moves on off to the south and east, it should move off the coast and into the Atlantic and drape across the Florida Peninsula and into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. And these are areas that are favored for development this time of year, especially along old frontal boundaries. When you have the convection coming off the coast, we could possibly get something to spin up in these areas here, so we'll have to definitely keep an eye on it. I have seen some model indication that something forms here just to the south of the Carolinas, maybe to the east of Florida here over the next few days. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that, as we'll have a large area of high pressure that's going to be coming in, setting up behind this front, that definitely will increase spin in the atmosphere. And so we'll definitely have to keep an eye on this, as this could be an area favored for development. So I think the tropical Atlantic is about to get more active, and definitely the Cape Verde season is about to kick off within the next few weeks. So we'll just have to see what happens down the road. We'll keep you updated. Once again, this is Jeremy here at Extreme Weather Tracker. Hope you guys have a great afternoon.